This video was brought to you by TikTok. No, I am not joking when I say that, and the fact that I'm able to say that makes me very happy. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, it's video time. Hi again, everybody. I'm walking around. I'm mobile. I can go over here. I can go back here. I can go on this other side. There's a green screen over here for some reason. I forgot why. This blue snowball is my only earthly tether, and the only thing stopping me from floating off into the wider multiverse. I'm currently working on a more permanent solution, but things are not looking good. Hi again, everyone, and welcome back to a Kwite TikTok video, episode 1. That's right, everybody, it's time for a reboot. And this time, we have a new host. Me! It's the exact same host as the last time, except I'm a slightly darker and negligibly different shade of green. Okay, I lied, it's not a reboot, nor is it a new season of Kwite TikTok videos, though I did mull over making a joke about both of these ideas in my head, but let's give this bitch a go, as they say, shall we? I don't think I've made it a secret in the past that I very much like the TikTok app. I've made multiple videos on it. I've said that I spent hours of my life getting lost scrolling in the refined depths of that app. I have an account on the app that you should totally follow, @QuiteWasTaken, and that's not to mention the epic 6-part saga I made of videos with TikTok in the title. I also did that because it bangs views more than bunnies do, but it's also because they're just fun. But today I just wanted to sit down with you guys and share some more TikToks that just thoroughly butter my sweet roll. Because the last time I just took some time out of my day to sit down and share TikToks that made me laugh with you guys was when I was naming my TikTok videos like compilations. Times have changed since then. I'm 40% less sure of where I am now. So if my first 3 TikTok videos were the original trilogy, my most recent 3 were the prequel trilogy, with my big go match with Axel being the final duel from Revenge of the Sith, and you can think of this video as the first video in a sequel trilogy that is not guaranteed to have a follow-up at all. But let's face it probably fucking will, brother. For my first showcase, I've decided to let you all know about this particular TikTok that happens to tickle my pickle, as they say. But the TikTok is actually about something a pickle does that I don't like, but I'm sure it's something that is relatable to everybody who actually has a pickle, unlike myself. Anyways, it's this masterpiece. It doesn't matter how hard you try, it doesn't matter what precautions you take, there is no escaping the truth of what it is will happen when you go to the bathroom to pee. This is the fate you were resigned to, and I struggle to think of something more tragic. The face of a suffering man can be seen very clearly at the end here. A person on the verge of tears, realizing what his own body has done to betray him by spitting out a little extra water when he thought he was already done doing its shenanigans. I've never gotten that though. Why is there always a little bit left? It's like the man gave you a chance to finish up your shit in the proper spot a second ago. He probably even waited a little bit to make sure you were done, and yet you're still on your bullshit, little pickle man. Seriously, what the fuck is up with that? He literally dedicated a portion of his day just to letting you spit your shit, and you decide to make it as inconvenient as possible for him? Not cool, dude. Not cool. Look at the face of this man as it happens once more. This is the face of a man being betrayed by someone he thought he could trust with his whole being, only to have that trust crushed up into a little ball and hurled right back at his face in the form of a tiny trickle of pee. If you didn't pay attention to the watermark in that TikTok because you were too busy empathizing with the guy's pain, that video was one made by @IsJustAbe on TikTok. My friend, you have all of our condolences. Our thoughts and our hearts are all with you on this day, comrade. Moving on to something a little more wholesome, hopefully, let's take a look at something nice that happened on TikTok. A goodie surprise that some friends gave their coworker at the office.
Alright, and we're gonna begin the prostate exam now, and just right... Happy birthday, Dr. Anderson! Aw, you guys.
See, this is really wholesome and sweet all the way through. And I don't just mean sweet in the cupcake that he pulled out of the depths of God knows where and took a nice big bite out of. I mean the fact that his coworkers were willing to put that much effort into a birthday surprise he wouldn't expect is definitely something else. It does kind of suck that this gag is when you can only pull in the same workplace once, but maybe more people will see this heartwarming viral video and they can replicate this birthday surprise with others and spread the joy, giving somebody a birthday shock that they'll never forget. Real talk though, how did they get the cupcake up in there intact? Whoever did that has a really special talent on their hands that they have to figure out how to make a bomb-ass use of. Imagine all the applications of being able to stick cupcakes intact in really tight places. Other than for sexual reasons, you vermin. This prostate exam TikTok was made by @ChiChiMaster69, and I hope you had a good cupcake, brother. Some jokes aside, this is one of those TikToks that made me laugh my ass off when I first saw it. It's incredibly well done and timed, and when everybody pops out to say surprised, it was super unexpected to me, or at least it was to my pea-sized brain when I saw it for the first time. So kudos to the guy who made this. this. It reminds me a lot of some of my favorite vines from back in the day humor-wise, and it's very clever. I look up to you for these traits you exemplify, Chi-Chi Master, because they are all things that I am completely devoid of in myself. Of course, we can't keep being wholesome for too long, otherwise I'll get food poisoning from being a potential source of joy and happiness in the world for too long. So here's a video that'll dig into your very core and creates a very sharp stabbing pain there, and an even sharper one in your feet.
So technically, because I skipped a few days from doing this because I got blisters on my feet, I owe this to myself and you and Elon Musk. Ow, fuck.
Ow, fuck. I've never heard truer words spoken. And that's coming from someone who has heard the words putting milk before the cereal is blasphemous and punishable by death. So that is really saying something. I've also never heard a man with a more guttural reaction than that before. This @Mr. Parrot Wither guy is fucking insane, so congrats on torturing yourself, brother. I don't know how well you could hear what the guy was saying in this TikTok, but there are a few things that stand out to me. The first one being he said that he was missing days of doing this because he got blisters on his feet, meaning he's done this multiple times before. With that knowledge in mind, it's no fucking wonder that he took essentially stabbing his feet with 100 small knives like a champ. He's been practicing, he's been honing his craft like a true dedicated student of the art, and also like an absolute retard based on what his choice of art is. That aside, I must say to you, bravo, Parrot Man, but there is still one more question I must ask about you. The other thing he said that instantly caught my attention in this TikTok was him saying that because he had missed days, he not only owed it to himself to do this, but also to Elon Musk. Not just anyone owes jumping feet first into a tub of Legos to Elon Musk, Parrot. So tell me, what's your MO? What is your reason for owing this to Elon Musk? Could it be perhaps that you're not actually a parrot at all, but in fact a parrot-shaped alien who's trying to use the technology that Elon Musk is developing to try and get back to his planet? I'm fucking on to you, bitch. But while we're on the topic of Elon Musk though, if somehow your dumbass missed it, both Elon Musk and Justin Roiland, the co-creator of Rick and Morty, teamed up to host Meme Review on PewDiePie's channel. And the biggest takeaway from that video for me was that after Elon found out a deer in a meme he saw was dead, he laughed harder than the moon in Majora's Mask does at the people it's about to kill.
Fucking whores!
Look at Elon. Squishy Elon. Soft Elon. He is my husbando and must be protected. From what exactly, I'm not sure. He could probably protect himself better from anything than I could hope to. But I'm saying it here on principle, okay? Next TikTok time, boys.
Hey James, there's something on your head. Your hairline's falling off.
Oh my god, that was crazy! He picked up a chair and was about to beat the man to death with it after he said his hairline was whack! But he looks familiar to me. The person in the video called the dude James. Could that be James Marriott? And that voice sounded awfully like someone I know as well. Could that really have been myself? Could that have been a TikTok I recorded while hanging out with James Marriott in New York? A TikTok video that you can find on the TikTok app under the TikTok account @Kwite was taken? Oh my god, that's crazy. You guys should totally go check that out. I'm sure there's fantastic content that I'm not biased towards at all waiting for you there, brother. For the next TikTok, I figured I should give you guys some life hacks to help you through your day. There's nothing else like it out there, I swear. @SkyBlue with a 5 instead of an S because he's just fucking metal as shit like that has some important advice on how to solve your seemingly complex everyday problems.
Simple solutions to seemingly complex problems, part 1. Attention all choking and asthmatic people. Just breathe.
A lot of people won't understand because their brains aren't big enough to comprehend this logic, but it's actually very simple. If you're choking, just breathe, stupid. It's like a bunch of other issues that people overcomplicate every day. Like, how does someone even die, man? Like, just stay alive, dumbass. Like, it's easy. How did you guys not think of this shit before, man? What do you mean you're homeless? Just get a house, dumbass. Like, what are you even saying, dude? Like, how are people even broke? Just have money, idiot. It's easy, dingus head. Simple solutions to complex problems. They are very useful, and I cannot stress how dope they are. Alright, now that you've become better acquainted with some of my more favorite recent TikToks, you guys might have remembered me saying an interesting little something at the very beginning of this video. Something like, this video was brought to you by TikTok. Yeah, let's talk about that a little more, shall we? You don't have a choice. We're going to no matter what you say, pussy. It's ad time, boys! You all have more than probably heard of TikTok if you're watching this video. Like, if you haven't, then what the fuck are you doing here? But TikTok lets you make these short form videos that you probably know best from seeing a fuck ton of compilations of them inching into your or recommended without your consent just because you clicked on one of them a few weeks back, no matter how hard you try to escape. If you think about it though, it really is just a blessing in disguise. One of the more popular things to do on TikTok is definitely lip syncing to music, which is fun for sure, but there is so much more you can do on the app than just that. You can add your own audio and lip sync to that, or make skits with that. You can take audio from other people's TikToks and use that in your own TikTok. You can duet other people's stuff and have you right next to them both doing something. You can create an endless line of duets that peters off into the void, going God knows where. And there's a pretty damn good chance you will never run out of content to consume there, because this app has this really intuitive For You page feature. And essentially what it does is it takes into account the kind of content you like to watch, and it pretty much endlessly scrolls so you can find new creators to follow and shit. It pretty much always gives you something new to watch, and trust me when I say this, because I say it from actual experience, but you will lose hours of your life on the toilet to this app. It is an absolutely fantastic experience. In addition to all of that though, TikTok is a massive community of users duetting each other's short videos and interacting with one another all the time. Stuff is always happening. There's always a new meme coming out of this app for me to exploit in the YouTube algorithm. Shit is nuts, brother. You can download TikTok for free on the iOS App Store, the Google Play Store, and the Amazon App Store. So go check it out and have yourself a grand old time, you little whippersnappers. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to drop a like, and if you're new, subscribe. Thanks again to TikTok for sponsoring this video. Their app is actually something I really enjoy using. Shit is genuinely tight if you can't tell from all the times I've gone off about them in this video and other non-sponsored videos. I have a podcast with Wild Spartans and FPS Diesel called Loudmouse. We upload one new episode every week on Saturdays, and we're up on iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Link to that in the description below. If you want to check out any of my merch, you can go to kwiteshop.com. It is fucking slick. Recently, I've been getting into streaming a lot more often. Like, I've been streaming a lot of Smash Bros. If you want to follow the Twitch account to see when I'm streaming, just go to twitch.tv/Kwite and follow me. If you want to support the channel a little more directly, you can do so by clicking that join button next to the subscribe button and donating $5 a month to get things like custom badges and custom emotes. It's totally optional, but it helps out the channel, and it is much appreciated. You can follow me on Twitter at Kwite and on Instagram at Kwite.png. Links to both of those in the description below. And lastly, I also have a Discord server. Link to that in the description as well if you're interested. Anyways, this has been Kwite, and I'll see you guys next time.